Hi, people of Zarpado. Ready to discover an hour of never-before-seen fun facts? Subscribe now, and we're getting started. Do you know the most isolated man in the world? Samuel, a 67-year-old Yakutian man, has spent more than 20 years living in a remote Siberian forest, far from civilization and surrounded by bears and wolves. His daily life includes collecting firewood, melting ice for water and bathing, listening to the radio, playing music, and cooking in his hut in the middle of the tundra. Despite the harsh conditions of the Siberian wilderness, where temperatures can be extremely cold, Samuel claims he prefers this solitary existence to the boredom of village life. Yukon Kanto is a unique sporting event held in Finland, in which men must carry their wives on their backs while running through a course filled with obstacles. This traditional event aims to complete the course as quickly as possible, testing the endurance and skill of participants. The most unusual part of the event is the prize. The winner receives beer equivalent to the weight of his wife. The more effort the man puts into carrying his partner's weight, the more beer he will receive as a reward. The iconic brand Balenciaga caused a stir on social media with the launch of a bag that mimics the shape of a trash bag, part of its Fall-Winter 2022-23 collection. The brand's creative director explained that he couldn't pass up the opportunity to create the world's most expensive trash bag. This exclusive leather accessory was available in various colors and priced at $1,700, and the model was named the Trash Pouch. The dancing baby, or Baby Cha-Cha, was the first viral meme to conquer the internet. It was born in 1996 when animator Michael Gerard created a 3D animation of a baby dancing to a catchy tune. This curious video quickly spread through emails and websites, becoming a cultural phenomenon. Did you know there's a restaurant based on toilets? At Gordos Restaurant, located in Israel, customers enjoy frozen desserts served in toilet-shaped containers, a presentation that surprises as much as it entices. But it's not just the desserts that are unusual, the seats are also toilets. This peculiar concept has gained popularity on social media, where photos of the restaurant provoke mixed reactions. Interestingly, Taiwan is also home to another restaurant with the same theme, adding even more fame to these types of extravagant venues. Eider duck feathers, considered the most expensive in the world, are harvested in Iceland, where the process is sustainable and environmentally friendly. During the nesting season, farmers carefully collect the down without disrupting the bird's natural life cycle. This down, known for its softness and insulating properties, is obtained in a way that protects the ecosystem. With a team of around 400 farmers working during the late summer, the result is an extremely light, warm, and durable material, ideal for high-end garments. At Orly Airport in Paris, travelers can enjoy a unique experience while waiting for their flight. PlayStation 5 consoles available free of charge. It's definitely a modern touch that makes the hours before the flight more enjoyable. It makes anyone forget about time. At the top of a 26-story skyscraper in Beijing, Professor Zhang Biqing built a unique secret mansion, complete with artificial rocks, plants, and trees, as if it were on a mountain. This extravagant $12 million home included a vineyard, a swimming pool, a sun deck, and a terrace with stunning views. Despite being legally a penthouse, the modifications were completely illegal, leading to the dismantling of the artificial mountain for safety reasons. Although it has since been removed, photos of this unusual project remain a visual legacy. Did you know there is an asymmetrical animal? The haggis, a small mammal that inhabits the Scottish Highlands, has a unique body with unequal legs, shorter on one side than the other. This peculiarity allows it to move quickly up the steep slopes of its home. However, it can only run agilely in one direction, either clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on which side has the longest legs. On the island of Java, Indonesia, Mount Bromo is an active volcanic mountain famous for its constantly smoking crater. Most striking, however, is that every year, during the Yadnya Kasada festival, thousands of members of the Tengger tribe gather around this volcano to perform a ritual in which they throw offerings such as fruits, vegetables, flowers, and even animals like goats and chickens into the crater. This tradition is intended to ask for the protection and blessings of the volcano god. In 2019, a devastating forest fire in Indonesia turned the sky a vibrant red, covering large areas of land. High temperatures and dry conditions fueled the flames, altering the landscape and creating a striking visual phenomenon. Discover the Boryung Mud Festival in South Korea, an annual event held on Daecheon Beach. This summer festival, the largest in the world, features fun-filled activities where participants cover themselves in mineral-rich mud. Originally created as a marketing strategy for Boryung Mud Cosmetics, the festival has grown into a major tourist attraction. With games, mud fights, and concerts, it's a unique experience that draws thousands of visitors from around the world. Meet German Bekele, a 14-year-old youth recognized as the top U.S. youth scientist for inventing a groundbreaking soap that fights skin cancer. His creation, the skin cancer treating soap, is formulated with specific compounds to affordably treat melanoma. His inspiration came from observing the damaging effects of sun exposure on workers in Ethiopia. German plans to perfect his invention and create a non-profit organization to distribute it to communities in need. Every fall, Katmai National Park in Alaska hosts the famous Fat Bear Week, a unique event where photos of bears before and after fishing season are compared. During this time, the bears gobble up huge quantities of salmon to gain weight, essential for their survival during the winter. With more than 2,200 brown bears inhabiting the park's 1.6 million hectares, visitors vote online to choose their favorite bear based on characteristics such as fattest, hungriest, or best prepared for hibernation. Dunluce Castle in Northern Ireland is undoubtedly one of the most impressive castles in the world. Situated on a cliff overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, it offers spectacular views that leave visitors breathless. Discover Suliszowa in Poland, a unique village with a single road running through its core. Along this 5.6-mile stretch, about 6,000 people live, with perfectly aligned houses and gardens that create the impression of a meticulously arranged park. The road, serving as the only traffic artery, connects residents to the outside world. In Japan, Mitsubishi Electric's Toku Fastbot has dazzled the world by solving a Rubik's Cube in a record time of just 0.204 seconds. This robot uses high-speed servo motors and an artificial intelligence algorithm to recognize colors and perform the necessary movements with astonishing precision. With this feat, he surpassed the human record of 3.13 seconds set by Max Park in 2023. In Bangalore, India, a replica of the White House stands atop a skyscraper, 121 meters high. This luxury mansion, which occupies 3,700 square meters and is valued at $20 million, once belonged to Vijay Mallya, a millionaire known as the King of Good Times. However, the owner left the country in 2016 due to serious financial difficulties. The mansion, currently uninhabited, reflects Mallya's extravagant lifestyle, which was marked by scandal. Did you know that breakdancing made its debut at the 2024 Paris Olympics as a sport? It was an innovative addition that sought to reflect modern cultural trends. However, for the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, it was decided to exclude it from the program, citing the need to review its impact on more traditional competitions. In the United States, police have implemented innovative GPS-enabled DART technology to flag vehicles involved in criminal activity. These darts attach to suspicious vehicles, sending real-time location signals to officers. This technique allows for safe and accurate tracking without the need for high-speed chases, significantly reducing the risk of accidents and improving safety for both police officers and civilians. Where do you spend your Christmas? In Japan, it's a rather peculiar tradition to celebrate Christmas at KFC restaurants. It all started in the 1970s with the Kentucky for Christmas campaign, which quickly gained popularity. Today, many Japanese families reserve their fried chicken in advance or order it to go to enjoy it on Christmas Eve. In 2016, designer Martin Bass created the real-time clock at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, a unique piece that fuses art and technology. This clock features a painter who, instead of traditional hands, constantly erases and redraws the clock hands, painting time minute by minute. Amazing, right? In Batumi, Georgia, stands the impressive metal sculpture Ali and Nino, created in 2010 by artist Tamara Kvesitadze. This work depicts Ali, a young Muslim man, and Nino, a Georgian princess, intertwined in a dynamic figure. Every day at 7 p.m., the sculptures rotate synchronously, symbolizing eternal love in a 10-minute dance. In the Czech Republic is the Sedlec ossuary, a truly unique and macabre church. Decorated with more than 40,000 human bones, including skulls and remains, forming structures such as lamps, shields, and an altar, this place has a terrifying atmosphere. The bones are believed to be from victims of the Black Death and ancient wars. What's most surprising is that, despite its eerie appearance, the church remains an active place of worship today. In the mysterious depths of the Peruvian Amazon, there is a unique river known as the Hot River, or Shanai Timpishka, which appears to boil. This phenomenon occurs due to thermal waters from hot underground springs, raising the river's temperature to near boiling points. With temperatures reaching up to 199 degrees Fahrenheit, the river creates a fascinating spectacle of steam, making it look as if it were boiling. The Big Apple donut from Krispy Kreme in New York is considered the most expensive donut in the world, priced at $11. This luxury donut is a tribute to the famous New York apple, featuring an apple glaze and creamy filling. It also includes a pretzel stick and a decorative green custard leaf, giving it a unique touch. Presented in a special box, this donut is not only delicious, but also an exclusive experience for visitors to the city. Sea otters exhibit an adorable habit. They hold hands while resting to avoid being swept away by the tide. Have you heard of cactus-derived leather? Deserto is a revolutionary alternative to conventional leather, produced from the nopal cactus. This material is not only completely sustainable, but also requires no irrigation or harmful chemicals. It stands out for its durability, breathability, and softness, similar to animal leather, but with no environmental impact. Since its emergence in 2019, it has been widely adopted in the fashion industry, especially in the manufacture of accessories such as footwear and handbags. Ski Dubai, the largest indoor snow park in the Middle East, is the perfect place to escape the heat and enjoy winter activities. With the Super Pass, you can access the snow park area and enjoy exciting attractions such as sliding in giant snowballs, skiing, sledding, and descending a 2-lane bobsleigh track. If you think American football is rough, Italy's historic Calcio will surprise you even more. This ancient sport, dating back to the 15th century, fuses soccer, rugby, and wrestling, and all types of hits and fights are permitted. The game is played wildly, with few or no rules limiting violence, making it an extreme test of endurance. Injuries are a constant, as players must face brutal confrontations during matches. In 2018, an exceptional event occurred in the Sahara Desert. Snow fell in Ayr, Algeria. An unusual cold front from the north caused temperatures to drop below zero, covering the vast sand dunes in a blanket of white. Although the snow disappeared quickly, the contrast between the desert heat and the cold blanket of snow was a striking sight. At 104 years old, Chicago resident Dorothy Hoffner made history by breaking the world record as the oldest person to skydive from 13,500 feet. Known for her boldness and outgoing personality, Dorothy claimed her jump wasn't about fame, but rather to prove that age is just a number. She jumped strapped to an instructor certified by the United States Parachute Association and landed safely, describing the experience as wonderful. Just 4 days after this feat, Dorothy passed away, leaving behind a legacy of courage and perseverance. The U.S. military has developed an astonishing futuristic technology called Helios, a laser beam capable of destroying drones and missiles in mid-flight. This weapon system, known as the laser weapon system, uses directed energy instead of conventional projectiles. The surprising thing is that Helios is not only more accurate, but also cheaper and more efficient than traditional weapons. In Indonesia, the Toraja community practices a fascinating ritual called Menane, where they exhume the bodies of their loved ones to keep family ties alive. Every year, they dress the deceased in new clothes and parade them around the village, celebrating their memory. For the Toraja, death is not a final goodbye, but a continuation of the connection with the deceased. In China, a solar plant has become a true work of art, taking the shape of a panda bear when viewed from the air. This unique structure not only generates clean energy, but has also become a tourist attraction, attracting thousands of curious visitors. Although its energy production capacity is not the largest compared to other solar plants, its innovative design has generated great media interest. In Italy, in the Abruzzo region, lies a very special fountain, a free wine fountain. Located in Caldari di Ortona, this fountain allows visitors to pour themselves red wine directly from a public tap, open 24 hours a day. Known as the Wine Fountain, this initiative is not only a tourist attraction, but also a way to promote the region's rich winemaking tradition. In Switzerland, the Descent of the Cows Festival, or Des Alpes in French, celebrates the return of cows from summer pastures to the valleys for the winter. This tradition is filled with color and joy, with cows adorned with bells and flowers as they descend the mountains. The event attracts locals and tourists alike, who enjoy the music, dancing, and, of course, the animal parade. The Geranuk gazelle, an East African antelope, is known for its remarkable ability to forage in places inaccessible to other herbivores. Its long, slender neck, along with its tall legs, allows it to rear up on its hind legs and reach leaves and fruit from tall trees, giving it a unique advantage in its environment. This peculiar adaptation has earned it the nickname giraffe gazelle. Despite its delicate appearance, it is an agile and resilient animal, adapted to the harsh conditions of its arid habitat. Did you know that the New Caledonian crow is considered the most intelligent bird in the world? These crows not only use tools, such as sticks, to extract insects from tree trunks, but are also capable of solving complex problems, something previously thought to be exclusive to primates. In the world's oceans, there are 5 enormous islands of plastic trash, formed by huge accumulations of waste that have been carried by currents. The best known of all, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, stretches between Hawaii and California and is home to more than 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic, weighing up to 80,000 tons. Do you know the city that watches you all the time? In Sibiu, Romania, many houses have attic windows that, when illuminated, look like eyes watching passers-by. This peculiar design, originally created to improve ventilation, now gives the city a unique atmosphere, almost as if the houses were alive. The windows, with their square shape, are a hallmark of the local architecture and generate an intriguing feeling of being watched. Think being a taxi driver in London is easy? Quite the opposite. Drivers of London's iconic black cabs, known as cabbies, must spend approximately 4 years meticulously studying street names, local maps, and points of interest before obtaining their license in a process known as the knowledge. It's no easy process. It's estimated they must memorize around 25,000 streets and 20,000 places of interest, including museums, theaters, train stations, and more. In Switzerland, they've innovated with a mobile bridge called Astro, designed to repair roads without disrupting traffic. While vehicles continue to circulate above, specialized machinery performs the repairs below. This bridge is 843 feet long and 24.8 feet wide, and it is equipped with wheels that allow it to move over the road to cover the area that needs maintenance. In Italy, the Palio di Siena is an exciting and ancient horse race held twice a year in Piazza del Campo. The horses are ridden bareback by jockeys known as fantini, who compete for a highly coveted prize, a silk banner called a drappellone or cencio. Although the race only lasts a minute, its intensity and the passion of the participants make it one of Siena's most important events. In 1954, Roger Bannister made history by becoming the first person to run a mile in under 4 minutes, a feat considered unattainable until that point. His final time was 3 minutes, 59.4 seconds, stunning the world. What's most impressive is that he achieved this feat with limited training while working as a junior doctor. Do you know the Balon elevator, also known as the 100 Dragons elevator? This impressive attraction reaches 90 meters in height, giving park visitors a spectacular panoramic view without the need for long walks. The name comes from the dragon sculptures that adorn the elevator, creating a unique atmosphere. In 2022, Brazilian skydiver Luigi Cani, with more than 14,000 jumps in his career, performed a unique feat by dropping more than 100 million seeds over the Amazon rainforest, with the aim of combating deforestation and restoring ecological balance. This act was part of an initiative to promote large-scale reforestation, using free fall to disperse seeds in hard-to-reach areas. Gregory Paul McLaren, known as Lucky Diamond Rich, is the most tattooed man in the world. His body is almost entirely covered, including his face, eyelids, soles of his feet, and gums, leaving no area untouched. As a street artist and tattoo artist, he doesn't care about other people's opinions, as each tattoo holds a deep personal meaning for him. It's estimated that Lucky has spent over 1,000 hours tattooing, equivalent to over 41 days of continuous work. Norm, a 19-year-old content creator, broke the world record for the longest time without sleep by staying awake for 264 hours and 56 minutes, or 12 days. Although his achievement was impressive, it went unrewarded, as the Guinness World Records eliminated this category due to the risks involved. After 250 hours without sleep, he began to show alarming signs of physical and mental deterioration. During the challenge, his brother assisted him by sprinkling water or waking him up when he fell asleep, concerned for his health. In Lopburi, Thailand, the Monkey Festival is a colorful tradition honoring macaques, considered bringers of good luck. During this event, locals prepare tables laden with fruit and treats for the monkeys, who take over the city. They can be seen climbing buildings, swinging from cables, and running through the streets, creating a unique spectacle that attracts locals and tourists alike. Koh Phangan, a picturesque floating village in the Bay of southern Thailand, is known for being built on stilts and is home to around 1,600 people from 360 families. This settlement has its roots in two families of Muslim sailors from Java, Indonesia, who arrived centuries ago. Despite its remote location, Koh Phangan boasts schools, health centers, restaurants, a mosque, and even a floating soccer field. This soccer field, built by children inspired by the 1986 FIFA World Cup, was made from old pieces of wood and other recycled materials. The Kumbhalgarh Wall in India is the second longest wall in the world, after the Great Wall of China, measuring approximately 22 miles in length. Although considerably shorter than the 5,499-mile Great Wall, the Kumbhalgarh Wall is equally impressive. Oymyakon, located in Siberia, Russia, is famous for being one of the coldest places on the planet, with temperatures that can drop to -58 degrees Fahrenheit. It hosts a unique marathon where athletes must brave the extreme cold as they run the arduous distance. Runners prepare to face the elements, with the constant risk of frostbite. In 23 U.S. states, pets can play a special role in weddings, even acting as official witnesses. In cities like New York and California, your pet may sign the marriage certificate, leaving its paw print or name, which adds a personal and symbolic touch to the ceremony. Can you imagine your job changing the religion you believe in? This happened to Luca Lionello, the actor who played Judas Iscariot in The Passion of the Christ. Initially an atheist, the intense spiritual experience he had during filming led to a profound transformation. Upon finishing the film, he decided to convert to Catholicism and encouraged his family to do the same. Learn about the Lantern Festival in Chiang Mai, Thailand, one of the country's most spectacular festivals. During the festival, thousands of floating lanterns light up the sky, creating a stunning visual spectacle. This event symbolizes the end of the rainy season and the arrival of winter, and is celebrated on the night of the full moon of the 12th month of the Thai calendar. Did you know there is a place where women are prohibited from entering? Mount Athos, Greece, has been exclusively male territory for over 1,000 years. This rule, which prohibits the entry of women and even female animals, except for cats to control mice, is based on the tradition that the presence of women could interfere with the spiritual life of the monks. Although it has been the subject of controversy and criticism from feminist groups, the regulation remains in effect at this important Orthodox monastic center. The pitch drop experiment, conducted at the University of Queensland, began in 1927 and remains a fascinating study of the viscosity of pitch. This experiment demonstrates how a drop of pitch, although it appears to be a solid liquid, can fall extremely slowly, challenging common perceptions of liquids. Elephants' legs are much more complex than they appear at first glance. Although their robust appearance may suggest otherwise, these legs are designed with an inner layer of adipose and fibrocartilaginous tissue, forming a natural cushion that helps distribute their weight efficiently. This allows them to walk silently and with less effort, even on difficult terrain. The Statue of Unity in Gujarat, India, holds the title of the tallest statue in the world, reaching an imposing 597 feet, more than twice the height of the Statue of Liberty. Inaugurated in 2018, this monumental figure pays tribute to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, a pivotal leader in consolidating India as a unified nation. The project, which required an investment of approximately $420 million, was completed over 4 years, involving more than 3,000 workers. Camels have an astonishing ability to drink large amounts of water at a time, up to 40 liters. However, they don't need to do so often, as they possess a unique ability to store and conserve moisture in their bodies, allowing them to survive for long periods without water. The Tinto River, in the province of Huelva, Spain, is famous for its distinctive reddish color, a result of high levels of heavy metals and high acidity. This phenomenon is due to the presence of sulfur-rich minerals, which dye its waters a vibrant red. Despite the extreme conditions, such as the acidity and toxicity of the water, the river harbors extremophile microorganisms that have adapted their biology to survive in these hostile environments. Jorge Terreu, a young Spanish computer engineer, has created Maximiliana, a cell phone specially designed for older adults. This device, which simplifies technology to the maximum, has a screen that displays photos of family members and only requires a tap on the image to start a video call. Jorge designed this cell phone to combat loneliness among the elderly, inspired by his desire to be able to see and communicate easily with his grandmother, Maximiliana. The Microsoft anechoic chamber, located in Seattle, is considered the quietest place in the world. With 6 layers of 30-centimeter thick concrete and walls filled with glass wedges, it absorbs 99% of sound, reaching a level of -20 decibels. This space is designed to simulate a complete acoustic vacuum, so inside you can hear your heartbeat, your breathing, and the movements of your joints. The chamber is registered in the Guinness Book of Records as the quietest place in the world. In Lake Superior, Michigan, USA, are Uperlights, extraordinary stones that contain fluorescent sodalite, allowing them to glow intensely under ultraviolet light. Discovered in 2017, these stones look like granite to the naked eye, but under UV light, they reveal a dazzling orange or yellow hue. Their glow has captivated geologists and collectors around the world who seek them out on the region's beaches. This unique phenomenon is due to the presence of sodalite, a mineral that activates under specific light conditions. In China, lasers have been deployed on certain roads to prevent drivers from falling asleep at the wheel. These devices emit bright flashes of light to keep drivers focused and reduce the risk of accidents. Furthermore, the system is adaptable, able to increase the light intensity based on the vehicle's speed, helping to respond to signs of distraction or fatigue. Geothermal, a picturesque village in the Netherlands, is famous for its uniqueness. It has no vehicular roads. Instead, it features navigable canals connecting thatched roof houses, all surrounded by a dreamlike landscape. Nicknamed the Venice of the North, this charming place was founded in the 13th century and is home to around 2,600 people. With more than 800 wooden bridges, transportation is by boat, canoe, or the typical longboats of the region, making it an ideal destination for those seeking a unique experience. Each year, it attracts around 800,000 tourists. In South Korea, the trend of low birth rates has led more and more young people to choose not to marry or have children. Currently, more than 40% of households are made up of just one person. This situation has been exacerbated by the pandemic, when many people chose to adopt pets, especially dogs. As a result, the number of dogs in South Korean homes has increased by 25% since 2010. Renowned singer Bruno Mars, whose real name is Peter Jean Hernandez, chose his nickname based on an affectionate nickname given to him by his father. When he was little, his father called him Bruno because of his resemblance to the famous wrestler Bruno Sammartino. This name stuck throughout his life, and he adopted it as his stage name. In Thailand, the reggae bar offers a unique experience where visitors can win free drinks by participating in boxing matches. This unusual challenge has captivated both tourists and locals, becoming a main attraction there. Although the fights are supervised by professionals to ensure safety, participants enjoy a mix of adrenaline and fun. The Glaucus atlanticus, or blue dragon, is a fascinating marine mollusk that lives in the temperate and tropical waters of the oceans. Despite its small size, this animal is an impressive predator, feeding primarily on poisonous jellyfish such as Physalia physalis, also known as the Portuguese man-of-war. Its striking blue color and streamlined shape make it unique, but its most interesting feature is its ability to store toxins from its prey, using them to defend itself from other predators. The Eden Project, located in Cornwall, United Kingdom, holds the title of the largest greenhouse on the planet. This impressive space is made up of two enormous spherical structures known as biomes, each replicating distinct ecosystems around the world. Spanning over 50 hectares, it is home to an astonishing variety of plants and species. Do you know about the building designed upside down? The impressive Affirmation Tower, a 1664-feet skyscraper designed by David Adjaye, will soon be built in Manhattan, United States. This tower, which pays homage to Black culture, incorporates visual elements inspired by Afrocombs. Interestingly, its inverted design features a narrow base at the bottom, while the wider structure is located at the top, creating a visually striking and unique appearance. Mesa Verde, located in the southwestern United States, is famous for its impressive cliff-dwelling ruins, built by the ancient Anasazi. These adobe structures are found in a series of canyons and cliffs, and were inhabited from the 12th to the 14th centuries. The Anasazi designed complex multi-story cities that offered protection and took advantage of the natural environment. Sharks are fascinating animals that cannot stop swimming, as if they did, they would sink and die from lack of oxygen. Due to the lack of a swim bladder, their respiratory system depends on constantly swimming with their mouths open to filter oxygen from the water. As mentioned before, sharks cannot stop swimming, as if they did, they would sink and die from lack of oxygen. However, some species have developed adaptations to allow them to rest. For example, the blacktip reef shark can rest on the seafloor, but always with minimal movement, allowing it to continue ensuring the flow of water through its gills, allowing it to breathe without having to constantly swim. The Dumbo octopus, known for its fins resembling an elephant's ears, lives in the dark depths of the ocean. This type of octopus is distinguished as one of the strangest in the marine world due to its peculiar appearance. Its way of moving is completely different from that of other octopuses, as it swims in an almost ghostly manner, as if floating gently in the water. Matera, an Italian city with a rich historical heritage, is considered the oldest in Europe and one of the oldest in the world, dating back more than 9,000 years. Furthermore, the city is famous for its distinctive architecture, where its inhabitants built underground dwellings connected by a network of aqueducts and cisterns to collect water, perfectly adapting to the arid environment. Saltwater crocodiles are the largest reptiles in the world, reaching impressive sizes. Males can grow up to 23 feet in length and weigh up to 2,200 pounds, making them the largest and heaviest crocodiles. Females, in comparison, are much smaller, reaching up to 10 feet in length and weighing around 330 pounds. Watch one of history's most surprising discoveries. The coelacanth, a fish thought to be extinct for 66 million years, was rediscovered in 1938, defying all expectations. This living fossil was found off the east coast of South Africa, stunning the scientific world. Its anatomy and characteristics have remained virtually unchanged over millions of years, making it one of the most fascinating examples of evolutionary survival. Discover the Alhambra in Granada, the most visited site in Spain, attracting nearly 3 million visitors each year. This majestic palace complex is an outstanding example of Islamic architecture and a symbol of the region's rich history. Built between the 13th and 14th centuries by Muslims during the Nasrid dynasty, the Alhambra combines stunning gardens, courtyards, fountains, and delicate ornamental details. Meet the ribbon eel, a fascinating fish that undergoes a series of transformations throughout its life. In their early days, they are black, but as they grow, their pigmentation changes to a brilliant blue. However, the most striking metamorphosis occurs in the final stage of their lives, when they become females, which is accompanied by a change to a vibrant yellow, characteristic of female ribbon eels. In Shanghai, China, is the world's largest astronomy museum, covering an impressive 631,000 square feet. This planetarium houses a 75-foot solar telescope and a giant IMAX screen, as well as real meteorites. Visitors can enjoy immersive experiences with augmented and virtual reality and explore more than 120 collections of historic scientific instruments, including works by Galileo, Kepler, and Newton. The longest passenger train in the world is the Capricorn, a Swiss train measuring 6,270 feet long and consisting of 100 carriages. This impressive train runs through the majestic Swiss Alps and was launched to celebrate the 175th anniversary of the first rails in Switzerland. Its operation requires 21 workers and 7 drivers. A lion's roar is one of nature's most powerful signals, reaching distances of up to 5 miles. This sound, which can exceed 114 decibels at just 3 feet away, is the loudest among big cats. Compared to the crash of thunder, its roar resonates across vast areas, serving as a tool for marking territory and warning other animals. Bats have a fascinating hunting technique called echolocation. They use high-frequency sounds they emit and then listen for the echoes that bounce back from nearby objects. This method allows them to map their environment, detect their prey, and fly through the darkness with incredible precision. Thanks to this ability, they can identify even the smallest insect in flight, hunting with astonishing dexterity. Blueberries, small in size but powerful in benefits, contain a wealth of antioxidants that make them a superfood for the brain. These compounds can help slow the effects of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, while improving memory and mental agility. The antioxidants present in blueberries combat oxidative stress, a process linked to neurodegenerative diseases. Furthermore, their gallic acid content protects brain cells from damage and helps maintain cognitive function over time. The Kailasa Temple, located in India, is a unique architectural marvel, a mountain carved entirely from stone that has been transformed into a monumental temple. This incredible complex includes courtyards, columns, and shrines, all carved from a single solid rock. Unlike other cave structures, the Kailasa Temple was handcrafted over 10,000 years ago, demonstrating astonishing skill and vision. Taiwan is an ideal destination for culinary adventurers. In its vibrant night markets, visitors can try unusual delicacies such as snake soup, fermented tofu with a strong aroma, and the iconic century eggs, known for their distinctive flavor. Spotted Lake Canyon in British Columbia, Canada, is a stunning place with special significance for the Okanagan Silex people. During the summer, the lake reveals brightly colored circles, formed by minerals such as magnesium and sodium. These fascinating patterns occur when the water evaporates, exposing the mineral deposits. In addition to its beauty, the lake is considered a sacred site for local indigenous communities. Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean becomes a unique setting each year when millions of red Christmas crabs perform one of nature's most impressive migrations. With their striking red color, these crabs travel long distances from their burrows to the sea to reproduce. This massive phenomenon covers almost the entire island and creates a dazzling sight. The Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, famous for its unique architecture, has been under construction longer than the Great Pyramid of Giza. Although it began in 1882, Gaudi's work is still in progress, while the Giza Pyramid was completed in just 20 years. This monument, with its intricate details and surreal structures, has left generations of architects and tourists in awe. Nudibranchs, or sea slugs, are amazing creatures that not only glide along the seabed, but also do something incredible. They produce their own energy using sunlight. Although they are not plants, they harbor single-celled algae inside that photosynthesize, converting light into energy. This unique process allows them to survive in environments where other animals might not. The boxfish is a marine creature notable for its peculiar appearance, with a square, flat body reminiscent of a box. This curious fish, whose name comes from its shape, has a completely flat head, with only small openings for its eyes, mouth, and fins. Its structure makes it easily recognizable in the waters where it lives. In addition to its unique shape, the boxfish has several adaptations that help it move efficiently across the seafloor. The Concorde, a supersonic airliner that flew between 1976 and 2003, revolutionized air travel with its impressive speed. Reaching up to 1,354 miles per hour, this plane could cross the Atlantic in less than 3 hours, drastically reducing the time between London and New York. Its elegant design and advanced technology made it a symbol of luxury aviation. However, its high operating costs and other factors led to its retirement. The longest film in history is Logistics, directed by Erika Magnusson and Daniel Anderson. With an incredible running time of 51,420 minutes, equivalent to more than 35 days, this monumental work defies all limits of conventional cinema, offering a visual experience that spans more than a month. The film is an artistic experiment that seeks to explore time and space in a unique way. During World War II, the British devised a cunning secret plan known as Operation Mincemeat. They used the corpse of a homeless man to trick the Germans into believing that the Allied landing in Sicily would take place elsewhere. They planted falsified documents on the body, which were carefully thrown into the sea for the enemy to find. The deception was a resounding success and helped turn the tide of the war. In Japan, fugu is an exotic and risky sushi dish prepared with the poisonous pufferfish. Only licensed chefs with specialized training are allowed to handle this delicate ingredient, as improper preparation can be lethal. Fugu is considered a luxurious delicacy, and eating it is an adrenaline-filled experience. Despite the danger, many enjoy it for its unique flavor and the skill required to prepare it. Neuschwanstein Castle in Germany is a majestic example of romantic architecture that seems straight out of a fairy tale. Its imposing design was the inspiration for Disney's Sleeping Beauty Castle, making it a magical destination for fairy tale lovers. Nestled between mountains and forests, its fantasy-like appearance makes it even more fascinating. In 1986, Cleveland wanted to shine with Balloon Fest '86, releasing 1.5 million helium balloons to break a Guinness World Record and show the world the city's energy. The sky was filled with color, but the joy was short-lived. The balloons, caught in bad weather, fell en masse over streets, airports, and even Lake Erie. Emma Gibson came into the world in 2017, but her story began long before that. Her embryo was frozen for an incredible 25 years, starting in 1992. Using in vitro fertilization, doctors extracted and fertilized the egg, froze it in a protective solution, and, decades later, implanted it in her mother, Tina. The result was a healthy baby girl, weighing 6 pounds and measuring 20 inches long, who technically could have been born in the 1990s. Rafael Briti, a Brazilian tightrope walker, broke a world record by walking a tightrope suspended between two hot air balloons at 6,332 feet. This impressive feat, which took place in Praia Grande, Santa Catarina, Brazil, made him the person to have performed the highest tightrope walk without a rigid structure. To put this in perspective, Briti walked at more than twice the height of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. McLaren made history at the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix by completing the fastest stop ever recorded in Formula One, just 1.80 seconds. At that moment, 20 mechanics worked like clockwork to change the tires of Lando Norris's car after his second stint on the Losail circuit. Imagine being allergic to water, even your own tears. That's the reality for Tessa Hansen-Smith, who lives with aquagenic urticaria, a rare condition that causes her skin to break out in painful rashes upon contact with water. Showering is such a challenge that she only does it twice a month, as the simple act of getting wet causes fever, migraines, and even lesions on her tongue if she drinks water. She can't cry, and sweating is a real ordeal. Shaped like a massive 30-foot-high whisk, this fountain has an impressive capacity of 2,641 gallons of chocolate. The mixture flows at a speed of 2.2 pounds per second, making it a true marvel that attracts all eyes. Meet Brian Berg, the ace of cards, recognized as the world's best card stacker. This incredible talent has built stunning mansions and other large-scale structures using only playing cards, taking his art to levels never before imagined. He has worked with giants such as Disney World, Lexus, and various sports leagues, leaving his mark on iconic projects. In 1992, at age 17, Berg broke the world record by building the world's tallest house of cards, reaching a height of 14 feet 5 inches. Hiroshi Ishiguro, a Japanese innovator, has created robots with artificial intelligence and a lifelike human appearance that seem like something out of a science fiction film. His attention to detail is breathtaking, from facial expressions to the smallest gestures, making his machines almost indistinguishable from real people. His most fascinating robot, the Geminoid HY1, is an exact replica of himself, taking the concept of robotics to a whole new level. End of History, created by Brewdog in 2010, was crowned the world's most expensive beer. Only 12 bottles were produced, each selling out in less than 4 hours at prices between $700 and $1,000. Curiously, these bottles were decorated with armadillo and squirrel fur, a truly unique touch. With an impressive 55% ABV, the beer dazzled not only with its price, but also with its unique presentation. In 2016, Brewdog decided to relaunch it for $20,000, and this time, it included equity, making it both a luxury beer and an investment. Iceland's Blue Lagoon is one of the country's most famous natural wonders. This geothermal spa is noted for its mineral-rich waters, which, in addition to being incredibly relaxing, are said to have therapeutic properties. With a constant temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit, the enormous thermal pool emits steam year-round, creating a magical atmosphere. Its striking azure color is caused by the abundant silica in the water. Siaram Baba, an elderly man from India, was rescued from a remote cave in Madhya Pradesh, and upon emerging, he said with a smile that death had forgotten him. This man, known for his incredible longevity, claims to be an astonishing 188 years old, which has earned him notoriety. However, official documents and local sources state his actual age is 110. Despite the discrepancy, His story has captivated many, turning him into a mysterious figure. The Shockwave jet truck is the world's fastest truck and a true beast on the road. Used in drag racing, it has even challenged airplanes at various aviation fairs. When accelerating, it releases enormous flames, turning into a dragon on wheels. With 3 jet engines totaling 36,000 horsepower, the Shockwave holds the world record for jet-powered trucks, reaching a speed of 376 miles per hour. The movie The Matrix holds a curious secret. The shower of green codes that appears in several scenes, which everyone thought were complex computer codes, are actually sushi recipes. These Japanese symbols are arranged in such a way that they look like code, but in reality, they are a series of instructions for preparing different types of sushi. Rob Gronkowski, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers player, broke a world record by catching an American football thrown from a helicopter at 600 feet in the air. The feat took place on the field of the University of Arizona, his alma mater, and Gronk only needed 3 attempts to accomplish it. The ball was dropped from a helicopter at 600 feet in the air, and although it took him a couple of tries, he finally managed to catch it on the 3rd attempt. Disney owns a private island in the Bahamas called Castaway Cay, also known as Cayo Gorda, which serves as the exclusive port for Disney Cruise Line ships. The island is so special that about 60 crew members live and work there permanently. Disney secures its presence in this paradise with a 99-year lease, valid until 2096. The Quindío wax palm, native to Colombia, is the tallest palm species in the world, reaching up to 230 feet in height. Its fronds can measure more than 6.5 feet, making it an impressive natural wonder. In addition to its majestic size, this palm tree is vital to the local ecosystem, serving as a home to endangered species like the yellow-eared parrot. The babirusa pig, native to the Celebes Islands in Indonesia, has such a unique appearance that it seems straight out of prehistory. Its gigantic tusks grow upward from its snout, giving it an almost monstrous appearance. With an appearance reminiscent of its ancestors, this strange pig is known as the deer pig, a name derived from the Malay word bobi rusa. The world's largest arcade machine is a giant measuring over 13 feet tall and almost 6.5 feet wide. It is located in the Torre Outlet in Zaragoza, where it has become a must-see attraction for video game fans. This impressive machine, designed by Jason Camberi, is a tribute to the history of entertainment. Since its installation, the height record set on December 18, 2021, has remained unbroken. Before becoming known as an actor, Steve Buscemi worked as a firefighter in Manhattan's 55th Ward between 1980 and 1984. After the attacks of September 11, 2001, he volunteered and returned to his old job for 12 weeks to help with the rescue efforts. Almas caviar, known as the diamond of food, is the most expensive caviar in the world, priced at $15,650 per pound. It comes from the Iranian beluga sturgeon, the largest freshwater fish on the planet, found only in the Caspian Sea. This caviar is produced in a region with low pollution, which favors sturgeon breeding, an exclusive luxury reserved only for the most discerning palates. Taylor was the longest-lived red panda in captivity, living 21 years and 265 days. Born at the Montana Zoo in the United States, Taylor spent his life enjoying small joys, such as eating grapes and taking long naps. His friendly nature made him a favorite with visitors, and he was known for marking his enclosure with great dedication. Sadly, he passed away in February 2020, leaving an indelible mark on the zoo. The Neuro R3 is an innovative autonomous shopping cart designed by Neuro. Unlike a conventional car, this electric vehicle is made exclusively for transporting goods, not people, and is smaller and lighter. Equipped with 12 cameras that allow it to have a 360-degree view, the Neuro R3 uses artificial intelligence to safely navigate and record its surroundings. It has the capacity to carry up to 12 shopping bags at a time, making the delivery process more efficient. The Chinoike Jigoku Hot Springs in Beppu, Japan, is known for its red waters, which owe their color to the high iron oxide content. Water temperatures fluctuate between 122 and 194 degrees Fahrenheit, making it dangerous to get even a foot wet. This fascinating site is one of Japan's top geothermal attractions. The bright color of its waters comes from the hot red mud that emerges from underground. And that's all for you, awesome people. What fact surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments and subscribe for more awesome content.